Hello everyone and welcome to Ladyhill. Right, so we're into a new series now. Hope you enjoyed Riverbend. It was a fantastic series and I enjoyed making it, but I felt it was time to move on and move a bit closer to home. So here we are in County Antrim, Northern Ireland. It's a beautiful Irish sunny day, 22 degrees in August. Might be pushing it a bit, but we give Farmson credit where it's due. This fantastic map by FSLandscaping, and we also have the auto drive courses from GH Productions Argyll off YouTube. Now, I might as well show you these guys because I'm filming this just after the launch of the Mercedes-Benz Trucks DLC or the Stars Align. I don't like them calling it the Trucks DLC because it's not just trucks, as you can see. In fact, it's more tractors than trucks. But anyway, tractors. So of course we have these three beautiful MB tractors. We have the 1100, the 800, and the big boy here, the 1800. We're going to be starting with these. Here at the start of our series. I probably won't stick with them the entire series because, well, 180 horsepower is not much. I have a few other bits and pieces over here, so I need to change that trailer really to the modded one. As we have a wander around the farm, I'll show you around. So my aim with this series, now as far as I'm aware, there's not a big construction project. There might be. I've not explored them. I've had a quick look around it, messed with it a couple of times. I've not gone right around it, so a few other bits and pieces. We've got the John Deere telehandler here, baler, New Holland TX2. I actually changed them. Obviously, you started with 3 John Deere tractors and you started with a Class Evian harvester. Now I've changed that to this guy. I want us to have a bit more room to work up. Now here's going to be our main focus. The cow barn. At the moment we have 80 2-month-old cows. Yeah, they've got a bit of food, they need some more. I need to do some TMR. My aim goal is to have 200 adult cows. I know you're thinking that's easy, that's simple. But I have a couple of things turned on. I have realistic animal losses turned on. So if I forget to feed them, or I don't put enough straw down, then there's a chance they could start dying on me, which you know me, I've done it in the past. So we're going to need to do that. Yeah, I got straw bales over there. You saw blue hay bales then. The silage bales in the back here. However, I do believe the silage bales are not quite... Come on, Gate. Thank you. The silage bales are not quite fermented yet. This is a silage bunker. No, this must be the manure bunker. We don't have a silage pitch, we have to do wrap silage. 86%, so they're nearly fermented, they're not quite. So what I'm going to do, I actually realised we've actually got not a bad amount of grass already. Of food, sorry. That should last them a little while. I'm going to put a bit more straw in, we've got straw blower over there. And then we're going to get on. We have some, I'll show you the map quickly. You see there, we own this lot here. We did own this field here when we started, but I got rid of that. The map, land is fairly cheap here. So hopefully buying more land in the future is not going to be difficult, expanding that way. But at the moment, if I go to, oh yeah, we've got precision farming, we need to do all that. Yeah, we own basically this little parcel here. I don't think we own anything else, not yet. So we have 3 fields of barley that are all ready to harvest. We have 3 fields of grass that are all ready to cut. So there you see, warning me there that if I don't take care of my cows, some may pass. So that's going to be the challenge, going to be keeping on top of that, while keeping everything else going. So if I pick a random... Okay, we'll go for the little one. That 1100, by the way, you can see the 1100 has a back loader. It's like a front loader, but it's on the back. Well, that sounds cool, and it is. It's also a little bit annoying, because when it's on, you struggle to attach implements. So I'm going to take that off if I want to use that tractor as a tractor. Okay, so that's the TMR mixer, which I don't need that just yet. So I'm going to move that out of the way, bring the straw blower out. I'm going to use the telehandler to get a couple of bales into it, and then we'll quickly do that. And then we're going to go do the harvest barley. This is important for me. If we look at the planting map, I would like to get a field of canola planted. possibly not going to be able to because I'm going to get the field like completely turned around. My god, I hate reversing things with a single rear axle. So for those who followed my Riverbend series, this is back to the beginning. This is back to basics. So I'm planning to expand it. I'm hoping maybe not quite as big as Riverbend. Riverbend to the end got. I'm actually still playing that map. I'm on year 11. I'm on year 10. I have about 12 million in the bank, and it's just. I won't say it's got boring, but I don't know. To me, I almost find more fun when you're messing around with. When you can't just afford to buy any tractor you want brand new. Also, tried as you can see, I've started those. I've used 100 grand of money once I'd messed about changing the tractors, and that all these tractors have pretty high hours on. We also have a loan, 500,000, 36 months. So, yeah, if we don't get on with things and get money coming in, that could cause us a problem. Yeah, so I'm gonna give myself a couple of straw bales. We'll put them into that mix. We'll put them into that straw blower. And once we're done, like I say, we'll take the harvester. So I've got auto drive. I don't know how auto drive is going to fare on these quite narrow lanes. We'll have to sort of see with that. I do love the way this map's set up though. I'm also probably going to at some point fairly soon group all the bales together. It annoys me that the bales are all over the place. I might try and see if I can get them all into one storage area just to make it easy. Because obviously once we've got the TMR mixed, the plan is just to like fill the trough and then hopefully it'll last a while. I'm not limiting myself to breeding those cows, by the way. I am willing to buy more, like I say, but I will say I'm not gonna make this a hard and fast rule, but I'm not allowed to buy adult cows. If I want to buy baby cows, I can do, or we can, because we're going to be a long way off breeding any at the moment. It'll be 18 months and then the gestation period, which I, off the top of my head, do not know. I don't want to open that. No, don't open that. Don't escape. Actually, classes that. Obviously, once the Highland Fishing DLC launches, we will also have access to Highland cattle now. So if you see them a lot in Northern Ireland, you see them a little bit around where I am. So we'll probably get ourselves some of those, just for funsies. Also, that gives us access to growing onions, which is something else we can possibly do. If I get this straw built, looks like it's going to take all of this straw. I can't remember because I edited the XML because I think it would only hold. It wouldn't hold that many cows to begin with. Certainly it was 80 at least, but it wouldn't hold. I've upped it to holding. I think it's 450, just to help me get to that number I want to get to. I can't remember. I must have increased the size of these. So then we're going to go. I'll go straight to our biggest field, which is 17. Looks like 16. I may access up this lane here. I don't know if I'm going to use auto drive for the tractor or not. I'll try it. I'll see how it does. Also, we've got our silo. I also plan to get chickens early, because chickens were a great money earner in Riverbend, so it makes sense to go back to that. Nice, that's that done. I'll just leave that there for now. I want the big guy on the trailer. I apologize for that. Off my screen, I know he's coming a little bit close to the times with all this stuff. I'll try and keep off the screen what we don't need. But come on, when you had it a minute ago. I said these MB tracks. I mean, it's unusual. I can't recall myself seeing a lot of them in England. So Northern Ireland, I'm sort of grouping with that. What field are we doing first? We are doing field 17. And then go Flame Farm. I'm going to go and have a look at this racetrack at some point because I want to know what the racetrack is. You see that it's old New Holland. I love saying that 'cause it never. The I remember the TX32, was it FS70? It was like the default tractor for everything. The default harvester, you know what I mean? I'm going to try and use super strength and that less. I say as I was getting annoyed. I am going to try and use it all a little bit less. Yeah, this was like one of the default tracks. Obviously, they're going to have plenty of scope to. You know, it's funny, my head bobs through the roof every time I go over a really bad bump. Obviously, headroom isn't abundant in this machine, quite clearly. Yes, this is going to be our first field. Well, the entrance is right through here, so what I may have to do. I'm going to have to be better sticking the header trailer on a tractor. Possibly, because I can bring the tractor in. But I've got an idea. Put you over here for now. Bring this over here. I think it's a double wide actually. The header might fit through that gate. Still means I need to figure out some way again where I can attach to it. It looks to me like it. I remember this. I did mess about with this map once. I remember the standard one with the class Evian you get didn't. However, like I said, this isn't the Evian, obviously. Can I get the room to clear his fence? At least I thought I did. Come on. It's not a very big house for a lot of land there. So I don't know if the guy's rich or not. I still rather pay off the neighbour. Not on my first day here. Yeah, the $500,000 loan to me is just what we used to buy the farms. We bought the farm, bought the land. We bought it as a business for $500,000. And then we've got to pay that back. So it's over 36 months, it's like 3 years. So it's 15 grand. So we need to make sure we're making money. Right, so here we are, so we're in. That's a lot of lanes. Oh yeah, we have this guy, a little forage harvest in case we need it. Don't know what we use it for yet, but we'll find out. But if I set him off, see where he wants to go. I mean, for 180 horsepower, these guys, especially we only have in top speed of 24. We unfold the harvester. We set this guy to the same field number just to make it easier. Just like this, our first harvest is a go, and we appear to be off the side of the field, which was the first one. He's going to try to turn straight in, and yep, he is, and he's going to hit that as a result. Hi. They do sound good. Right, there we are. So I'm going to get on again around this field. You see, there's not going to be a quick job. This is what the small equipment does to us. So I hope you guys sit back and enjoy. I didn't think I'd be saying this so soon into the video post, but I think upgrading the harvester needs to be a priority. Yeah, this is slow going, which I don't want us to have to put up with them. Unfortunately, according to this, we are actually out of harvest season for this barley. So if I let go another month, this will wither. Now that makes me think, I've got one of the many mods I have installed, over 1,000. So if you want me to list them all, please don't ask for that, because Christ knows that'd be an effort. Yeah, could he not take everything out of it? But anyway, one of the mods I have is the mods for lease to own. So we don't have to put down. We had one of those. That's what we started with. I could literally buy back and we started with again, I suppose. Feels like I wasted my time at the beginning, but come on, get all the one on. But yeah, I feel if we leave us with this, it's gonna take us. We've got 2 more fields we need to do. So if we take this guy, see, I can shove this over several years. Actually, it's a class branded one. That's interesting. I think we're gonna need to do it because I think we're gonna need to. Well, then if you're gonna do that, do you just go whole hog and like get a big one? You know what I mean? Let's say once we got this field done, we have 16 and 12 both to do as well. Stop me again. You look at that guy. I mean, what's the header size we can get with that? Because that's the Evian 410. So let's do a bit. I apologise. Let's do a bit of research here. So that's that one. I think it's that one. That's 195 new. Let's see how that one, which we can do a lot better. Like we can get one of these. If we get one of these right, and we'd have to not go too silly on extras. Well, I might just set an AI up on this, just because if I don't, I'm going to lose live. Oops, I haven't done the water, have I? Now, if I do this, you should know the exact same sort of things as I have. If I go blue, I should have to save the newest waypoint, you should just come on between the tracks. Of course I am. But that's okay. I think I do need a second trailer as well, aren't I? So. What's going to do? Wow, he's not nearly an hour. That's okay. Right then, so with that done, we'll see how it gets on. I'm just going to drop the wheel loader off this. But if I... I'm tempted by one of these. If not only because doing that out of 10,000 litre tank is nice. We can leave pretty much everything else standard to save money. I do want to play on it though. These functional nice. They're not brilliant because they're white, but also just this weird thing where that's selected one where I press it changes number 2. If I was to hire purchase this, £6 a month for 3 years. But we had that on top of the other loan. I reckon that. Oh, we can get the payments down, but not a lot, but we end up with a massive balloon payment. That's us assuming at the end of it. Let's do it for that. So then what we're going to need is to combinations off this one. Can we do off this one? You reckon we can make that one work with it? I'm just going to buy that because we need that anyway. Okay. I know that's risky because we've now got like 20 grams worth of... We're also going to need another trailer. Sadly, that's chaff only. That's not what I'm after. That's going to cost me more. I mean, that's huge. No. We're going to need another trailer. I'm not going to go too big on this. Fairly cheap. That's like a smaller version of the one we have. Dutch Ent is like quite cheap for a large capacity. I think that should be good. Right, so we now are going to have to make some money today because all of that lot's put us, I won't say in debt, but it's how has he managed to, oh, I see what, I know what he's done. Oh, because I started mid-line. I'm going to just try some coffee. I crop destruction on, by the way, because you guys know I always play that way. My idea to go like really small, and I just think he's going to hurt us more, so that's why I'm trying to. As long as I'm going to have to probably do that line myself, then put him back on the track of the line he's supposed to be doing. And once I get the other harvester, I can start on the other two fields. I should get them a lot faster because I have so much bigger header and so much bigger tank capacities. We can get that one through there, that's okay. And then also next day we're going to need to well, not need to, we're going to see how we do with this straw. I don't think I have a windrower. I'd be tempted to windrow it, then bale it. Because it sounds I don't think I have a windrower, I'd have to double check. Actually, the yields are pretty low right now because these fields haven't been well cared for because the AI never does. Now that's something we can improve as we go along, so. And then from here I'm going to put it back on the nearest line the AI we're using. Right, so that's that crisis averted. So off to the shop. Now luckily the shop isn't far away. One thing I'm bringing this tractor, by the way, folks, is I reckon for that header I will need to do, like I said, where I'll put the header on this, put it in the field, then attach it. Which is the big merge way in now, I've got the smaller one. They are interesting machines, the MB tracks. I must like say that a machine I've known about, I don't think it's something like I'm in the UK now, I need to drive on this side of the road. I don't remember that before we encountered the AI traffic. I was going to say, I'm hoping to bring more of the Mercedes-Benz in now. Definitely what I want to do is once we get a bit bigger, I want to bring a Unimog in for hauling. I have a Unimog with a big trailer, and that's what we use to take stuff to sell. Here is the store. We have got a service centre in there, we have to open the gate when you use it. Right, so that's on offer a fend now. Like I say, I'm hoping to take advantage of the used vehicle section. We are also running the mod, it's working fully now. That gives us more vehicles for sale. The reason I say working fully is because it struggles if you put it on an old save. Whereas by putting it on a new save like this, it works off the box. That's why when you saw the used vehicles, we had so many. I do plan to make use of that just because by using that, it does force me to vary what we have. You know, as much as part of me giving a chance would be everything fed. Quite like having different things. I think it's better for you guys as well, see a variety. Let me see vehicles that you've not used in the game. You know, we try and use things that you're not seeing a lot of. Should have looked then, but oh well. I say, I think what I may need to do is say if I swing this into the field and try and get it so I can get. I know exactly what I forgot to do that caused this. Bear with me a second, folks. Okay, I'm learning that the hedges aren't hitbox, which is good. What I need to do is I need to do this. Go into here. Restrict Pathfinder to field. So what I'm going to do actually, I'm going to set some of these as default. This thing seems to struggle a little bit more to do some work, considering, like I said, this is our most powerful one. I see you're there. He's flashing, which usually means he's getting close to full, yeah. You're going to be getting off to him fairly soon. Come on, please start moving. Yep, he's moving, that's the main thing. So set him once he's full, he should hopefully automatically just go and offload the side. I tested it out and the auto drive seemed to work. His problem could be getting in and out of this new field entrance, which I was after. Have to work that out. So this is a double gate as well. And the question is, can I run this header trailer right around the outside for my easiest? They're doing what I want to do. Obviously trying not to destroy any crop in the process. None of this line of trees will stay or go eventually. I will probably change the farmyard a little bit here and there. I don't have a lot of concrete plans yet. I have my goal in mind, which I've already told you guys, but other than that, I'm not. I kind of want to see where it takes us, because I fully see what the Highland Fishing DLC adds, whether we can implement some of that into here. I'm not fully sure whether this is going to be another really long series like Riverbend, or whether I'm going to make this a short one and then move on to something else. You know, just destroy a crop. I hate doing this, but I have no other option here. Yeah, whether this should be like a shorter series that we then move on. It depends if another map came along that I really wanted to do. At the moment, I'm not aware of any. Say Chris is handling the Highland DLC map for us, which is nice. Great to have him do some solo stuff as well. Oh, he should be able to at the time of recording. It's not out yet, but I'm hoping he got onto that. Nice solo. Did I not just tell you to stay in the bloody field, you absolute wet one? Where are you trying to go? You're not willing to tell me because you're an idiot. You're being an idiot. Go, come back in here, reset yourself. Why is it doing that? This could be where I find out this auto drive is just broken. No, see, I can't just run through the field because I will just destroy the crop. What I will do, though, is field 12 one if we're going to. I might have to run this as well as the flaming other harvester. That could be annoying. Actually, I think he's left me with a pipe in the props. I have no choice but to pack it in. Destroy. Yep. Oh crap. I'm gonna try and back it in to minimise the amount of crop I actually do manage to knacker. I forgot to turn that off. I apologise. I always need to remember to do that. Where is it? There, stop while unloading, please, or else you're going to stop in the middle of the fucking field over there again. Make things even worse for me. Amazing what you forget when you first start. I wish there was a way. Cosplay is really bad. At least with auto drive, you can default a lot of settings. The one who won't let you default is the one that turns beacons on, which does irritate me, but isn't a game critical. But I just wish he defaulted some of those menu settings to on, like I've just used there. I'm waiting to see when that harvester comes past. Oh, he's already passing now. Well, he can't actually get in the field because he's going to meet the header, which is good. I think we'll get another offload to him before he's ready yet, so that's... But I will move that out of the way and then I'll go and start on my job. Bring this guy over here out of the way. Yeah, so, right, so he's done exactly what I wanted him to do, which is good. Oh no, he's actually got stuck on the gate. I don't know if I'm going to risk having auto drive. My aim with this series was to do more stuff myself, I must admit. Otherwise the game was going to try and force me into that. So I'm going to be a bit clever here, which I know is a rarity for me, we haven't really said anything. If I move this over here, and I then bring this header trailer straight, leave that there, I then get into the harvester and harvest the first bit out. I want more than that one. If I give us 2. I need steering, have a AI then, steering assisted 9, yeah. Basically clearing up out of the way so I can get that tractor back out. It already feels so much faster. Right, so I'm going to send this guy to the shop to go and pick that trailer up. He'll be able to auto drive that. And then get him to come back, and once he's done that, I'm going to get this field harvest. So thank you very much folks. Please sit back and enjoy. Well, folks, you know, I normally don't like working in the dark like this, as you know, unfortunately the rain and that has just dealt it to us here. They've still got a lot to do over there. Luckily this machine is getting through this lot a lot faster, and we're going to move this over to field 12 now. I hope we can rattle through that fairly quick. I did, while I was messing around, I mean, I assume you all saw that we, well, I said about the animal losses, I mean, we lost 2. I'm guessing that means I really need to give them like TMR, I need to have the best. It said about water now, there is no water markers. I'm guessing it means the game's eyes have got them. I'm hoping so anyway, I'm hoping. But that's showing you the challenge that that's going to make it for us, because even though I thought we were alright, we had food, we had straw, we have, I assume, water, still lost 2 of them. So there's a chance that the game's going to make this more difficult for us than maybe you and I first thought. Speaking of difficult, I've never got to try and reverse a dolly trailer. No, you see there, the second it does that, you've lost it because you struggle to get it back. The combines are probably actually a little bit easier because they've got the rear steers, so you've got the 2 pivot points pretty close together, but still, you see, it's still not easy at all. Listen, for me anyway, I know there's very skilled guys that you out there who can do with your eyes closed, and honestly I think you are wizards. I want to field 12 with this. Once I've got that there, I'm going to have to unload my big trailer and take him up there. I'm hoping I might just super strength it into place to get it out of the way, because I just want to get things done for you now, folks. Next day, September, probably going to be grass cutting. Start on that. I want to get the bales sorted on this farm. All the bales moved to one place rather than how it currently is with them dotted across. That's the entrance to this field, I hope it is. Looks like it. Yes, it is. The brakes on this thing are not brilliant. I wonder if I can maybe cheeky here. You guys may have to excuse this. I just need to get this done, in my opinion. But I'm looking at it. Watch me not be able to find that later now when I want it. I don't know why the lights are flicking like that, I do apologise. That's a graphical setting or what it is. It's going to be interesting to see how much money we lose. First thing, obviously we're going to lose the loan payment, and at least though, as we've said before, it's the loan payment, it's not the just the interest like a standard one. Right, so before I do this, before I start this, although it's actually giving me the option to start. I wonder if I set the AI off, I have the same course set. At least I can set the AI doing it while I get this guy unloaded. Is it me or does this one accelerate better than the more powerful one? I say that as he gets onto the slope, but I just mean, it seems to have less problems with the gearbox. Just when you think you can get on with one job, the game goes, no, yeah, have another. Wait, take a little bit, oh, wow. That was perfect. Oh, really, because even though we're going on the other 2 fields, this field is still going to take a while. Even though these guys are working so as fast as they can. Right, so let's get this guy unloaded and we can start. I'm guessing, yeah, he's going now, which is good. Now I'm going to start thinking, like I say, the canola idea is now gone well and truly out the window, as you can probably tell. So it's deciding what we want to put on these. I mean, we want to plant more barley or wheat, we've got the option. Wow, tomorrow is looking a freaking write-off. Oh god. Tomorrow could just be about selling some crops, making sure we've got enough money to pay the bills. Because I think our monthly's going to be about 21k, so we can make some money tomorrow. keeping me in debt, which, I mean, the game won't end, but it just means I won't be able to use AI, which will make it even harder to get out of. Let AI says, you know, I will go and take over from him once I've done this. I do love this farm, I love this layout, it's quite narrow, quite tight. That as well is going to limit the machines, like we're not going to be able to go for, you know, the Colossus and that as much as I like them. Probably also going to rule root crops out, because I don't know if I can manage root crops that aren't with the Colossus. These silos are friggin' precise reverse with these trailers. And the AI manages it, so I don't see why I can't. The gearbox just does not help you at this point. Why am I not getting the tip option? Why am I not getting the option to tip this? There we go, I was just slightly off. At least this one's tipping in one go now, as you can see there, that's giving us... Oh, well, even as it stands now, that's worth not bad money. Looks like our silage is fermented, so at least next time we're going to be able to sort that out. Do a few loads of feed and get them. Now, it's not that often I have to mix feed manually, so that's going to be another sort of interesting figuring out job. Nice, like I'm going to take over from him. I forgot I'd turn the straw swath off because I find it's... I'll probably leave it off because I don't need it. Not that I don't feel like I really need it. I don't have enough straw in the other two fields. And I'm going to get this field done and I should get us hopefully pretty much done, so please do enjoy. Tell you what folks, the game was just trolling me there. Because you may have seen the notice it's put out a 4-stack. I can't look at the sales on a page, but basically the 4-stack would be perfect right now. It's could be the problem because that's taking 75% of that. I have a worrying feeling that that feed mix next year isn't big enough. I was going to just do a quick feed mix to finish things off. You in the corner, please. Got one of these. Having a quick mix might just mean the animals, you know, we don't lose any more overnight. Kind of worried that's going to make forage. That's not what you mean, and you know it. That's what you see, that's when that's full. Can I feed them that? Am I actually feeding them that forage stress, whatever it's called? Yes, that's going in and being classed as TMR. But no, it's being classed as grass. Right, well, okay, that's interesting. That's good to know. So let's see if I can turn that on. These things down here. Anyway, folks, I'm going to call this one here. So next time, I'm going to be dealing with all this straw. I'm probably going to change the baler because I hate round balers. And we do have a mod for a quite cheap square one. So I'm probably going to that. I might have this field windrow, just make it a bit easier. We're going to need to sell some barley. Because if we don't, we're not going to have the money to pay our fees. I may even sell this New Holland because I don't think I need it. Hopefully that class can just be our harvester going forward. I do hope you'll join us for that, folks. So feel free to check out the rest of the channel. Please like, subscribe, share. It means a lot to us. Your support is fantastic. Until next time, we'll see ya. Goodbye.